Hello and welcome with another video. Today I'm here again, your very known professor, Professor Dr. Mchem from, of course, from Dr. Mckem's Institute of Chemistry, University of St. Jamshoro. So today I'm here for something new for you, something interesting, something more interesting and absorbing for my viewers, for my subscribers, as my subscribers and my viewers are getting bored. I know they are not that much interested in, because it's a very focused subject. It's a very dry subject. I know it needs a lot of I do need to have to input a lot of efforts to grab your attention, because it's not an easy subject. It's never been an easy subject, and people call chemistry as a very dry subject, but it's not at all a dry subject. It's very interesting if you just come to know the basics of this compound, the basics of this. So I was talking about this subject called chemistry, in which it's very difficult to grab attention of my viewers, my subscribers, and all the students, because they all get bored after some time. That it's a tough subject, and needs you can say needs your concentration, your interest, your full involvement to understand the concepts of this organic chemistry. So now today I simply wanted to convey you few knowledge about few compounds which are very much in our lives, right? And we are in our daily lives, we are using them, and they play a vital role in making our life beautiful. So beautiful and flavorful and everything. You can add to it when you will go through these this topic. So now, if you talk about the organic chemistry, it has always been, you can say, been the center of attraction for chemists due to their interesting and eye-catching reactions of different organic compounds, right? Different due to their eye-catching aspects of different organic compounds, the way they react with each other, and they give us the different exciting results. So initially it was referred as chemistry of life, right? And then later chemistry of compounds containing only carbon, right? This is the old and the new definition for the organic chemistry. So now and what they used to focusing mainly on the production of coal and petroleum when we were talking about the organic chemistry's concepts. Now today I'm gonna focus on the compounds that play a vital role in our as I just mentioned, in our daily life, right? And without them we cannot have a life that is full of flavors, full of fragrances, full of different interesting things in our life. So chemistry is there in our lives, but people still say that it's a very complicated subject, it's a very dry subject, it's very difficult subject, it's very difficult to gain the views from the common people who are there. Yes, of course, when you are not at all related to the subject, when you are not relatable to the subject, and when you don't know how it influences a life of a common man and how it is relatable to our lives, you will not be able to understand, and you will find it boring. But when you will come to know that yes, oh my god, everything around us, everything we are having in our life, almost it is all chemistry. It's all chemistry. It's all different chemicals. We are daily dealing with them, right? So on our daily basis we are dealing with them, so directly or indirectly we are in touch with those chemicals and those very important compounds that of course make our lives beautiful and more interesting and more easy and to play a vital role in making our life easier, right? So let's move on to the topic, and for that I need to show you on my whiteboard. I will be directing you towards my whiteboard, which is right now over there, and I will be showing you different compounds, different structures of the compounds which play a very important role, and you should know which compounds produces what type of fragrance, what flavor they produce, and what it's a very long list, but I selected few for my today's lecture. So let's move on towards that. There are a few which I have selected, and I hope you will like it. So let's move towards that. So let's start with the first compound, which is very much in our lives, is menthol. The cool effect, it gives us a very cool effect, right? The menthol. Now where you can find this menthol, of course it is in corn mint. Where you'll find it? In corn mint, and of course in peppermint, right? Peppermint. And what this compound is actually, it's a monoterpenoid. Monoterpenoid, right? So it's a first compound, right, which gives us a very cooling effect, and it is found in our toothpastes also, right? So what would be the structure of the compound? I can draw it here easily for you, so that you can see that your teacher can draw an organic compound structure. So this is, it's away from the viewer. This is a 3D structure, right? It's a 3D structure of the compound. This is a dashed bond, and over here also it has got a dashed bond. So this is the structure for your compound called menthol. And it possesses a flavor, right? And that flavor is very strong, and mostly we use it in a majority of our drugs also. It is used in drugs also, and it is used as for a common man use. You can understand it's used in our toothpaste also, right? So menthol is there. It's in the candies also, right? It's in some sort of edible products. It's found in edible products also, so it's like that. The second compound I have in my list is a very interesting compound again. It is a 5-membered ring, first of all, right? It has a bond over here, and of course a double bond with an oxygen. What this compound is, I just tell you in a second. Let me draw it. It's not wavy bond. It's my horrible drawing that makes it wavy. So this is simply a compound called cis-jasmone, right? It exists in two forms, right? Of forms. So that is the cis and the trans forms. So this is a cis-jasmone. Cis-jasmone. Now the name, it simply conveys us that it has something to do with the jasmine flowers. So it is in jasmine flowers, right? Flowers. Jasmine flowers, and you can have the beautiful perfume smell, or form of perfume like smell from these compound, and it's just because of this compound called cis-jasmone. It exists in two forms, that is cis and trans forms, as I just mentioned. So I'm drawing this very long compound. It is called indigo, right? And it is especially used in jeans, blue jeans, right? And it is a dye, indigo. You might have heard many times, indigo, it's a dye. It's a dye, and it is extracted from, which of course from Indigo tinctoria. So I will write down its name, Indigo Ferra Tinctoria. Indigo Ferra tinctoria. So this is again a lovely compound. It provides us the color, and especially the color in the blue jeans, right? The blue. That's why I've used a blue marker, because it is used in blue jeans. We are all fond of wearing blue jeans, so that's why I've used a blue marker. You can see a blue marker in my hand. So that's it. The next compound in my hit list is is of course a very interesting one, which you can get it from lemons and from oranges. It's called limonene, Limon. This was the limonene, and it was found in lemons and oranges, right? Now I have another compound in my list, so I draw another compound, of course, here. It has got a double bond, and it has got a ring, a 6-membered ring again, with a bond over here, and then this. This is called beta-phenyldrenine. ANDRENE. Phenyldrenine. From what is this compound? This is, of course, from oil of eucalyptus, or you can say it is simply eucalyptus oil, right? You can get it in a eucalyptus, ALYPTUS, eucalyptus oil. So it contains this, right? So this is also very, might have seen eucalyptus trees, very tall trees. So this is all because of all this. So this beta-phenyldrenine is found in the eucalyptus oil, and the structure of the compound is over here. Now here is very interesting to note that above above 15 to you can say 17 millions organic compounds exist with diverse properties, right? Enormous properties. These can be in the form of crystals, right? These can be in the form of crystals, or these can be solids, right? Or these can be in the form of an oil, or can be in a state of a volatile state, that is volatile solvents, right? Volatile solvents. Or it can be a wax, right? Wax, or a plastic, etc., and can be a gas too, right? It can be a gas. It can also be in a gas too. So these are always now acknowledged by their particular smell and color. Organic compounds have this, property that they can be simply recognized, acknowledged by their particular smell, their particular color, their particular odor. For example, if you come across a beautiful and pleasant smell of roses, it is due to this compound called damascenone, right? So there is a compound named as DAMASCENONE. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce, but I tried to pronounce again and again. It is simply called damascenone. So what could be the structure of this compound? I can draw here. It's again a little bit difficult to draw, and I have read a comment, your drawing is horrific, ma'am. Yeah. It's because, chemistry is a bit tough, and you cannot focus on the beauty right now. You have to be focused on the things you are explaining. So this is the name of the compound, and this is the compound which is responsible for providing you the beautiful, pleasant smell of roses. I should use a red pen for drawing, for writing this. Not this, but roses, right? This is the compound which is responsible for that beautiful smell. There are some compounds also which doesn't have a pleasant smell, but instead they have a bit a non-pleasant smell, which is not which is not at all welcomed especially by humans. So now I can give you an example of a skunk spray, SKUNK. Now skunk is an animal. Skunk spray. So the skunk is a beautiful animal, but he has a particular scent. When he goes here and there, he has some sort of fumes around him that makes him a little bit somebody can say, oh, you have a skunky smell. So this is but just because of two thiols. Now this skunk spray is made up of it's a compound used to prepare. There is a compound, it's a mixture of the two thiols, right? It's a mixture of two thiols. Mixture is responsible. It's a mixture of thiols, which is used to make this spray called skunk spray, right? So it's a mixture of these two thiols which make up this non-pleasant spray. We talk about the natural gas, right? And nowadays we have we are facing a disastrous phase of our lives where we are short of gas, the natural gas, right? So the natural gas, if we are talking about natural gas used in our houses, it contains little amount of sulphur, right? It has got sulphur in it, right? And the smell, it has got a particular smell which is not that much easy to feel. That's why there are a lot of casualties if you leave it open, and you won't be able to feel its presence that much, and it's not that pungent, so that one can figure it out that it's around somebody, and if it's there, you can face disastrous. It can be a disaster for somebody. Okay, so it has got this particular compound called tertiary butyl thiol, thiol. Thiol. Its formula is Me3CSH. This is the formula for this natural gas, and as it is very much important nowadays, we can feel its deficiency everywhere, and it has got the smell of a sulphur in it, and it's all because of this tertiary butyl thiol, right? And this is the formula for this compound. Now, this is the structure for our very important compound called vitamin C that contains the L-ascorbic acid, right, in it. It is prepared from many plants and is, of course, in the liver of some vertebrates, right? So, vertebrates, I hope everyone know what are vertebrates. The animals that have got a vertebral column are called vertebrates. So, humans lack the enzyme important for the biosynthesis of this vitamin C. Humans cannot produce, the human body is unable to produce vitamin C in their body. Its biosynthesis is not possible. That's why they need to have it either from the diet. We always ask that you can get it from the fruits, from the diets, right? To avoid what? Of course, a disease called scurvy. To avoid scurvy, SCURVY. It's a disease that is due to the deficiency of vitamin C in our body. So just to avoid this and many other deficiencies, we need to take it in the form of some supplements, or in the form of tablets, or in the form of, or from the fruits that contains all the vitamin C in them, like oranges, like all the citrus fruits. Mostly they contain vitamin C in them. So this is the formula for that L-ascorbic acid that is present in our vitamin C, which is very much important and which should be taken to avoid this major disease called scurvy. Now, I hope today's video is helpful in getting to know most important organic compounds that play, you can say, a vital role in our daily lives. Life would be totally, flavorable and flavorless. It could be flavorless, it would be colorless, it would be odorless without these organic compounds present in them, right? And without the presence of these lovely organic compounds in our daily lives or in daily life products. So this lecture or this video lecture is just to make you understand that how important the organic compounds are in our daily lives and how we are using them. And most of us don't know even that we are using so many organic compounds in our daily lives. So today's lecture is just to let you know about your daily life how you are coming across all these organic compounds in different things you are using.
So I hope you liked today's lecture, and I will again be back with something new, something more interesting and exciting for my viewers, for my lovely subscribers, for my viewers, and for my all the friends and family who is interested in my lectures. Thank you very much.